This video, I do want to talk about Heidegger's concept of the thing itself and Ereignis. First of all, the concept of Ereignis is not too much part of this. The concept of Ereignis is a part of Heidegger's very complex work, which is called the Contributions of Philosophy, or Contributions to Philosophy. I've read that a little bit. um, but I was thinking about Husserl's concept of the thing itself. Now, Husserl had this dictum, which is to the things themselves. Now, for Kant, back in Kant's time, in Kant's philosophy, the thing itself meant the noumena, the phenomena-noumena distinction, to where the phenomena, what we see is the phenomena, and there's some kind of noumena, which is, something that we can't really get at, which is behind that. And he had some kind of transcendental idealism there. Now, Husserl, and his to the things themselves, was that we go to the things that are given to us, the things themselves, and study those, and not inquire into mind independence or mind dependence. And that's one of the fundamental tenets of phenomenology. Now, Heidegger, in his later works, like the contributions, the whole thing was first of all, in this book, Being in Time, the thing itself for Heidegger does apply, but the Ereignis comes later. For Heidegger, what is the thing itself? Now, in the introduction to Being in Time, he asked the question, what is the meaning of being? He tries to get at the ontological priority of Dasein. He wants to get a fundamental ontology of who we are, what consciousness is, and the human person is. So, the whole thing is that the thing itself for Heidegger is to get at us, who we are as people, and sort of figure things out that way and gain a fundamental ontology of us and the world, because we have this ontological unit of being where it isn't I'm here and that's there. It's a whole ontologically linked world where I'm being in the world and not, I'm here and that's there. It's via the Umwelt, or the environment. There's a being in kind of aspect, and that's the whole thing, what it is. And the thing itself, or die Sache selbst, is to get at that thing itself, to get at the very fundamental truth of who we are, and thus what the world is. When he, in these investigations of his, what goes on is pretty much in every single section, every single chapter, he's talking about a part of us. He's trying to elucidate and get at parts of who we are. In Division 1, Chapter 6, he tries to get at the care as the being of Dasein. Care, that's the things we have concern over, and that's a part of who we are. And doing all these ontological and hermeneutically phenomenological investigations, he tries to get at the die Sache selbst, or the thing itself, by trying to get at us and get that fundamental ontology. Now, Ereignis, on the other hand, in German means the event. Now, from Ereignis, which means from the event. Now, a really awesome way that I think is that this word Ereignis is discussed is by Hubert Dreyfus. Now, Hubert Dreyfus has an awesome book on Heidegger, which is called Being in the World. That is an awesome book if you want to read about Heidegger, Dreyfus's book is one out of many, but Dreyfus is definitely up there towards the top. Um, Dreyfus tries um, to explain this concept of the event or Ereignis via things coming into themselves as belonging together. Now, the whole thing with that is it's the event onward, but we dispense of all metaphysical crap, or get rid of all of the metaphysical presuppositions, and thus go from there on, from Ereignis, go from there on, and look at things the way Heidegger thinks that we should look at them. This example being one of them. And in one sense, it's the event, because it's the event in that we dispense with all metaphysical presuppositions, and then we go into things like givenness and getting our fundamental ontology and all that good stuff. And so in a way, there's also we are also getting at the thing itself in this way that Heidegger talks about. So I just kind of was thinking about this because Husserl has a lot of talking about going to the things themselves, and I just kind of wanted to talk about Heidegger's version of doing that. Now, Heidegger wanted to do it, while Husserl thought of it as doing essence precedes existence, and then we look at things eidetically first off, and then we move towards things like existence, and also self is prior to other. We have our Originalsphäre, and we move outward from that into our experience of the other. Now, this book, the Cartesian Meditations, is the fifth meditation of this book is where he does that. That's where he talks about the experience of the other as to how we go from ourself to other. Now, Heidegger flips all that around, where we talk about existence first, and other is prior to self. Other is ontologically prior to self. Now, what does Dreyfus mean by Ereignis, where things coming together, coming into themselves by belonging together? Now, that's via the Umwelt, or the Umgebung. That's via looking at things the way Heidegger does, via that ontological unit of being, and doing it that way. So, thank you. If you think I messed something up, please comment below. Pretty soon, I'm going to be doing a nice good discussion on this part of Heidegger's book, chapter 6, division 1, care as the being of design. So if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about within philosophy, please comment below, because whenever you comment, I get an email, and if your comment is constructive, then I will always reply. So, thank you.